chat, we got some ranked replays of more North American players playing EU ranked in Sweden. This time it is G2, G2 Dreaz and G2 JKnaps for this first game. Dreaz and JKnaps queuing up together for some EU ranked, and then the next two games will just be games that Dreaz played. But today, I think, or at least late last night, Dreaz, JKnaps, and the rest of G2 arriving in Sweden. They played some scrims like right away after landing, is my understanding. Or not landing, but getting to the place where they had their setups. And they seem to be ready to grind in the weeks, or not the weeks, but the week and a couple of days up until the Sweden land. And, you know, they're playing a bunch of scrims against a lot of teams. What we're watching here is just some ranked games played between a couple teammates, maybe while waiting for stuff to get started, or maybe in between games or after. I'm not really sure. But, ooh, Dreaz getting absolutely robbed. But JKnaps and Dreaz, nice flip reset wave dash from JKnaps. We're playing against Goff FS and sorry, what was that other name? I'm not even sure. JKnaps on very little boost. You can see thinking about that pass to Dreaz, but didn't really have anything to make it happen, so trying to get the flick and outplay on his own. Nice turn and dunk, great recognition. But the possession was lost right at that moment. Can he get the tight angle? JKnaps, he does. Almost saved away, but inside the near post. And a first goal for G2 in Sweden. There you go. We know for sure. That goal told us G2 guaranteed to win. Nice shot for Dreaz. Saved away, but it's not going to matter. I mean, the credit to that goal definitely going to Dreaz. Dreaz popping this high. JKnaps not quite mechanically there after coming off the airplane, I guess. A great flip reset, but shoots it just a little bit too high. Maybe the air is thinner in Sweden, so the ball just moves so much better in the air. Naps is in his frontal lobe. Oh, wait, what? Dreaz can't get that goal line save. A double commit on a kickoff between Dreaz and JKnaps. One thing I have noticed is I think JKnaps does go, at least when I used to watch a lot of G2. I haven't focused on this as much, but back when it was Chicago, JKnaps, and Rizzo, I think JKnaps went for kickoff anytime he was one of the two players. I don't know how their dynamic has worked with Dreaz, but apparently in ranked, both willing to go when matched in the even spot. JKnaps trying to milk out a shot attempt there. Probably not worth it. I was going to say, didn't seem like a really great opportunity to score and was an all-in play, and yet he still took it and ultimately resulted in a counterattack down the other side of the field. JKnaps, a nice touchdown to himself, picking up that midfield boost to continue to dribble, but his first touch setup left a lot to be desired. Not much more he could do with it. This time he doesn't want to shoot. I actually think he might have been able to beat those two to the ball, unlike the last shot attempt that evened up the scoreline. But he's learned his lesson now. He doesn't want to risk it anymore. Dreaz able to get in front of the net, save that one away. Playing like he's the only player on the field. JKnaps has played much more passive in the past minute or so. Does not want to commit a pass across the field to Dreaz. Dreaz lobbing off the backboard. Naps in the air once again. The flip reset comes a little bit too slow. Dreaz able to challenge it away. JKnaps, a high pop. Dreaz is going to have a hard time finding the angle to counterattack down the field. And now JKnaps in the corner, way too strong of a touch. I don't think Dreaz is going to be able to win the race. So he's just going to have to play the ball off the back wall, and he's not able to get a touch. Man, G2 getting fortunate touches here. They could have been in big trouble. OS2MA lobbing a high dribble. Ooh, that could have been a nasty angle. Dreaz is going to tap it in. JKnaps, it was a pass all along. He wasn't trying to shoot. He was just trying to get it in front of the net. And Dreaz will finish it off. The Spanish kickoff, I believe. We call that one. But it doesn't seem like it's going to work for the EU team. Or maybe not. They keep it in the air. I don't want to call it too soon. I've called a lot of them too soon. But no, it'll hit the ground. So G2, JKnaps, and Dreaz will win this first EU ranked game in Sweden. Second game we're going to watch. Now we are watching Dreaz solo queue EU2s. In fact, I saw him earlier today tweet to the EU world saying, "Oh my goodness, you guys need to queue." He didn't say, "Oh my goodness, you guys need to queue," but I couldn't help but say, "Oh my goodness," as Lorley throws a nasty double to start this game. Of course, Dreaz, a great pass. NA knows what they're doing to just tap it to their EU brethren and let them go to work. Next, trying to get a goal line flip reset. Dreaz plays it patient. Smart to wait and see. Not overreact to what was a very hard shot attempt. He's trying 50 out of clips. And adjusted really awkwardly. Ended up, I would say, losing that 50 into his corner. Could have been a much better situation for him. He cannot get up in the air to stop Eclipse's dribble, but Eclipse pinching it back away from his teammate. After all that work to get his teammate a great shot attempt, he goes ahead and defends it on his own. Dreaz going to absolutely boom Lorley out of this world. Technically, it's NA and Turkey versus EU. Yeah, I guess you're not wrong. You don't think Turkey is EU, but I'm not sure. I feel like I Googled it one time. I don't think they are either. Or like, it's, I don't know. It's confusing over there. I'll be honest. EU brethren absolutely sagging in the YouTube comments because I don't know the answer, but just remember, I am a tiny brain US American. Next, a huge separation on the touch. Aerial shot. It's impossible for him to continue it. Dreaz going to get a free dribble. He's going to need a flip reset to turn that into anything. And even though he did get it, doesn't turn into much at all. Turkey is like Russia, where half is EU and half is Asia. See, now it's just too hard. They're just making it too difficult for us over there. Lorley absolutely trying to go Clippo mode on these guys once again. Dreaz absolutely rocketing this ball to the back corner, which didn't seem like the best play, but his team is going to come out the better of it as Lorley pinches it all the way down the field. Might have a triangle shot here. He delays it and then booms it himself, man. Everybody in this lobby just likes to smack the ball extra hard, whether it is technically the right decision or not. And the EU team playing way too quick. They had an open net there. Could not get around the ball. Dreaz found the inside of the far post on the counterattack after the EU squad had missed wide. They were in deep trouble. Dreaz ends up punishing it. Have you tried sideswipe? Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I did try sideswipe. What did Dreaz tweet? You guys can see he just told EU to queue up. I think he must have been sitting in free play, like waiting for a queue to pop. So he was telling EU, or he was just saying like, I'm going to start queuing EU for the first time, so you guys should also queue. Wow, Nexa just about clipping on Dreaz as he takes that one from the ceiling, only barely outside the net. Dreaz on the back wall. A defender coming to get him. Ooh, not a bad setup on the defense. He had to go high. A defender coming to bump him. And he pre-jumps off the wall to cover the angle. And, I mean, I thought he got it, but the replay says he did not, as he just barely misses underneath. Lorley in the sky off the pass from Dreaz. Not a lot he can do. Ends up tapping it away. Eclipse pass to himself. He's taken a lot of shots far from the net. Dreaz is doing the right thing to just sit back and save those away. If he is going to shoot without any pressure on him, should result in a lot of easy touches on the back line. Dreaz, I think, was hoping Lorley was going to get to that faster. Eclipse bumping Dreaz. That touch cost Dreaz so much boost and was not really that helpful to his team. But it is going to work out. I don't think this is the best play from all these players in this lobby, except for maybe that first clip from Lorley. But, ooh, wow. A high touch. And Dreaz unable to reset on boost, unable to get back into the play. And the ball will fall in. Him and Lorley down one with 15 left to go. This is not that bad of a ball, though, for his team as he single jump pops this up. Lorley outplays one. They're not going to be able to outplay two, but he's going to actually hook them up with a pass. Yeah, they were always going to have a hard time scoring that. Dreaz thinking about quitting, but the ball didn't hit the ground, so he'll stay in the game. I swear if they end up scoring this. Yeah. Wait, it's still up. It's still up. I did not see in the replay whether or not this gets scored. Okay, it gets scored the other way. So it does get scored, but it gets scored by the EU side. As they slam it in, not the best of play ever by G2, aka Dreaz. Last game of G2, or I should say just Dreaz now, queuing EU ranked 2v2, playing alongside Itachi, an EU RLCS player, against Eclipse, and I forget Eclipse's teammate, but I want to say, oh yeah, Nexa. So, same two players. I imagine they're probably queuing together. Yes, they are. And Dreaz and Itachi. Gonna see if they can take it down. Lorley, apparently not a great teammate for Dreaz, but this is the same ranked session played. So we'll see how these two can play together. Dreaz at this point was awake for around 15 hours. Oh yeah, no, wasn't the best situation for Dreaz to play in. We are ultimately watching, ranked games, not the scrims and, not any real matches, which are the ones that are certainly more relevant. And lots of plays like this have been happening in these replays where one team just straight up passes the ball. I mean, no pressure in that corner at all for the EU team, and they just hand it over. And Itachi shoots on the openest of nets. Dreaz, a nice outplay midfield, would have been a tough angle for Itachi. Dreaz playing like a madman as he jumps high to get the ceiling reset. Oh yeah, very fortunate that he doesn't get scored on here, as he seems to have a bit of the boost button stuck right now. So he does not want to slow down, left that net fairly open. Itachi, his touch off the back wall, not cleared away, so he gets a free power shot. Dreaz, oh no, I think he just pinched us in his own net. Oh no, he got the outplay pass one, but he tried to beat them both and ended up just helping launch one directly in his own net. Oh no, kickoff goal. It's going straight in. So unfortunate. Dreaz just rolling around the ball off the kickoff and then tried to, slow down, affect the play. Ended up not touching the ball at all. And just like that, him and Itachi down 2-1. Make it 2-2. I looked away for 1 second at chat, but I think Itachi got a pretty nice shot up in the corner, maybe a dunk. Dreaz with lots of space. He's going to try and power shoot to the far post instead of maybe taking a slow play in the corner, and it'll cost him his life on the retreat. Could not respawn and get back in front of the net and fast enough. 3-2. Dreaz will go down once again. Yeah, Jazzo said they were barely able to stay awake. They still took 2 games off Queso. G2 were basically playing like they were drunk at that point. Yeah, that's the thing. People talk about it a lot, so I actually think it is pretty common knowledge nowadays. But if it's not, playing while you're tired, you know, it could be just as bad, if not worse, than playing like while intoxicated. At least specifically, I'm thinking of actual driving. I assume it has to also transfer over to probably a much more mechanically tough thing, which is to play Rocket League, as opposed to just, you know, holding a steering wheel straight, which has already been proven to be harder to do when tired. Dreaz fell asleep in his rad gamer chair. This does kind of reek of like tired gameplay. Certainly, you know, I've never played anywhere near this kind of level, but I feel like I can recognize the kind of mistakes being made. Dreaz missing this corner boost. Leaving the net open once again. It's Hitachi. Oh, that is a forfeit. So yeah, G2 Dreaz maybe showing up to Sweden, and the replays that did get uploaded to Ball Chasing, not looking too great for the North American guys, but they did just arrive. I don't think this is necessarily indicative of what we'll see from them. More to come from a nice rested G2 squad.